the first decision you have to make is if you want to do professional accomplishment, which is this one in the standards, or professional leadership. Once you've chosen, then you choose the correct ones of these that I have given you. I'm doing professional leadership, so I've got all the standards listed across here. There are 46 of them in total. So the very first thing that you do is you write down everything down the left-hand side that you have done that can be used as a leadership activity. And here are some that I'm just putting in. Then you look at the first one, 1.4.1. Now feel free to go straight to the standards, which are here, and read this information, or you can use the cards, and I've given you cards that pertain to the same thing. So this is identical. Initiate or lead the development of policies, programs and processes that advance students' learning through the use of high-level knowledge of the contents disciplines taught. If that's enough for you, you can go straight back to this information here and type in anything that pertains to that. So you want to now put a D for a document, an R for a referee, or an O for an observation, depending on which one of your leadership activities actually pertains to that. Now here's one I've prepared earlier. And for me, for 1.4.1, I'm using my science reviews that I have done. And I'm going to use a document and a referee, which is why I've put D and R there. And as you can see, for each one, of my leadership activities down the left-hand side here, I've gone along each standard and I've put D, R's and O's. D stands for document, R's for referees, and O is for observation. So let's go back to here. So I put D here and I'll put an R because I want to use a document and referee, and that really comes in handy for future reference. Then I scroll down, and in 1.4.1 I'm going to actually type in the referees I'm going to use. I am going to use Sharon, and then I've got a spot to put in any notes. Ask Sharon to be referee, or whatever I want to put there. So that's where my notes are, and eventually, over time, this will end up filling up to look like this one. Now I suggest that you only take about 2 minutes per standard, because otherwise you'll drive yourself absolutely insane. The reason why I have given you the cards to go one by one, read the top one, see if you can use any particular evidence that you have for that. If you can, you type it in on the left-hand side of this sheet, put a D, an R or an O in the column that it pertains to. Then, always, as I've just done before, scroll down. In the same one, put who you want as a referee and put any notes. If you don't do this with the referees at the time, you're going to have to then do it later. So you might as well do it all at the same time. Now the key is quick. Go fast. Go through each one of these fast. If you read the heading and it makes sense, you can straight away put it on your document. If it doesn't make sense, then read the bit underneath. This gives you some examples about how you can prove it. So that's how you do it. Now, once you end up filling in your whole table like I have, and I'd suggest you only take about 2 hours absolute tops to fill in your whole table like I have. That gives me the shell of how I'm going to upload my information. Now if you notice there are all these red lines, and the red lines tell me all of the elements that I don't have anything for, all the standards. So then scroll right down to the 3rd page, and this is what you do. This is what I have done. I've actually copied and pasted the actual standard there. I've thought about how I could achieve it, and I've done this right at the very end once I've done all the rest. I have written down who I need help from to put it in my diary, and have I put myself a reminder note anywhere. And then I get to make sure that I've completed it and put it at the very top up here when I'm done. Okay, so that in a nutshell is actually how you go about it. Again, I'll just reiterate, only take about 2 minutes per standard. There are 46 standards, so it should only take you about an hour and a half to 2 hours to do, so that you don't drive yourself insane. Now in the end, when you go to upload your information, I've used a colour code system, and I'll show you why in a second. The green for me is the ones I've already uploaded, so I've uploaded this document already, and that's what green is. Green means done. And things that I've uploaded the information but I haven't done the referees yet, as in the orange, is what I have done here. Now I'll do a separate Captivate to show you how to actually upload to the website.